So other than globals, anything else you're specifically looking for? Maybe
Well,
first ban out of LatinPower? Anything you'd like to see?
global-esque abilities like Lava Wave are pretty huge on this map as well because it's basically very similar to the concept of the global, right? Like, if you can't be there, Lava Wave it, clear the entire wave, and
Right.
since this map is so huge, it clears out more minion waves because the lanes are longer.
Now, for the viewers out there, I know it's the red team banning, but it does show up on the blue side of the map, or of the screen, and that is the way Blizzard has determined us to observe the bans for the time being.
And there go one of the globals banned off right off the bat.
Yeah, that Falstad ban was pretty quick. They did not want to play with Falstad, did they? They didn't want to give him that ability to go global, or at least not go global with one of the better globals in the game. Falstad doing a ton of damage still, while being a global character. I would put forward Dahaka as more dangerous, but let's see what TNG previously Cynics decides to ban. And there's the Dahaka ban.
That's not Cynic, or that's not TNG's ban, is it?
Yeah, that was TNG's ban.
Wait, is TNG red?
No. Remember this flippy floppy? So red team banned first, and they banned. So LatinPower banned Falstad. It's the stupid observer thing. It's still backwards.
Wait, but I'm just thinking. Wait, Falstad was on the right, so that means blue team banned it, and Dahaka's on the left, which means red team banned it, right?
Falstad's on the right for you?
In the game.
Interesting. Huh. Okay. It's even more confusing. I'll tell you why later, but yeah, so TNG did ban Dahaka, and LatinPower is going with the first pick Zarya, which is interesting because we both know how powerful TNG can be with Zarya. Like, deadly with Zarya. So,
Whoa. TNG is on the left for you?
yes.
Oh, okay, that makes much more sense. TNG is on the right for me. I was so confused.
It's because you're on the right team in the spectator slot. That's why. We'll have to flip it over so that it's always the same between us next time. But that's what it is.
This is going to be so confusing.
So right now, so LatinPower has picked Zarya, and now TNG's got 2 picks, and we're just waiting to see what they want to pick here. Okay, Artanis Malfurion, both very strong picks.
I wonder how this is going to be in game. Because for you, LatinPower is red, right?
Yes.
And for me, TNG is red.
Wow.
Oh, what's going on?
We have not run into this problem before. All right, Diablo Oriole pick. I like both of those picks. Always a fan of Diablo. Definitely one of my favorite picks and tanks in the game right now.
Yo, Oriole very strong with Zarya. I'm surprised Rag is not picked so far.
Yeah, that is a little surprising. I would have expected him to be picked by now too. But
I guess the Artan is too strong.
now we have a band coming out from TNG, or who I'm assuming is TNG. I guess we'll find out when all is said and done. And a Vala band, that's interesting.
Vala's a strong teamfight hero, and it's a really good energy generator for
For
Oriole.
That's a good point. She's great for Oriole. Thank you, Catwolf, for the follow. I do appreciate it. And a Tychus ban. That's kind of expected. Especially with Zarya Diablo. Not really surprised by that one. Let's see what we get for the next two. Not a lot of globals picked so far. In fact, no globals picked at all, other than the Falstad and the Dahaka ban. So maybe we're going to look at a little more team fight and a little less move from A to B fast, possibly.
The rotations are going to be huge if there's no globals.
Right.
They're going to have to be on point.
I mean, ETC is still available, so Stage Dive, Medevac, Brightwing. Be interesting to see what gets picked here. Asmo and KT.
Asmo. Asmo is technically a global.
For XP soaking purposes, sure. I'll give you that.
I will not be denied.
And the Rainer Gul'dan. Lots of wave clear with that Gul'dan. And I think Gul'dan can feed Ariel almost as well as Vala can at this point.
That is true.
So we got our last pick coming in. And then we'll be jumping right into the game. Let's see what we end up with here. Anything particular you'd like to see finish out this comp? I'm looking for a warrior personally.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, ETC is still up, and I think that would be a great pickup here. Although, I think, yeah,
Yeah,
ETC.
there we go. All right, now to see if we got this correct and blue for me is truly TNG or not. We'll find out in 15 seconds. And no team's doing a swap around. Yep, so blue is definitely TNG for my side. So, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and introduce the two teams. I'll go ahead and do LatinPower in the red. We have CLC Don Gatto on Zarya, Radamanthus on Raynor, LP Bafford on the Diablo, Bayakurin on Oriole, and Sir Alan on Gul'dan. Or Sir Alan, rather.
And on the blue team for TNG, we have Deuni on Malfurion, Grim on Asmodan, Stu Manchu on ETC, Ataro on Artanis, and Asusake on Kael'thas.
Not a lot of global here. Not a lot of global. And even though LatinPower kept the Zarya out of the hands of TNG, I'm slightly concerned about Ataro on Artanis. From LatinPower's point of view. They should be worried about those swaps.
So Liquid, I'm kind of curious. I'm not well versed in the art of spending money on this game, so can you buy a name change?
There is a way actually to get your name changed now, yes. Firehots, thank you for the follow. So yes, there is a way to do that. Oh, I am running the wrong UI for that.
Time remaining 10 seconds.
I'd have to look it up. I do remember Blizzard saying something about the ability to change your name, being a for sale purchase now.
And defeat your enemy.
So pretty much normal talents, and we're gonna start off with the traditional. Everybody try to get vision, and let's go into a 5-on-5. There's a quick swap on that Oriole, but Diablo coming to save her life quickly with the charge. Blue team TNG is not going to be able to get that vision, but nobody died, so that's always a good thing. And we're going into an immediate pause. So something somewhere happened for someone. Ah. So we'll just give it a minute while they clear things up and get ready for going back in.
Man, I never thought pet attack would be a reason for a pause.
But it is.
Yeah.
But looks like that's all worked out.
Do we have to unpause it?
No. We're not in as referees. So just waiting on the LatinPower to say go, and here we go. So we're back in the game. Pet attack. That's a dangerous thing. So we do see Gul'dan moving towards the top lane, and we see Azmodan and Malfurion moving bottom lane, possibly KT leaving the ETC center with 1v3. Artanis is top lane to face that Gul'dan, so we have a nice split going on right now with both sides. Just kind of soaking all the lanes and looking to get their next level and soak until the Warhead spot. We do see Diablo coming down to help Raynor out bottom lane in that 3-man 3 versus 1.
I would not like my odds as Raynor in a 3 versus.
Right, especially with KT down there as one of the 3. Like you're looking to die, and this may be the end of Diablo. He took a lot of damage right there between.
Oh man!
Yep, and they picked him off. Yeah, 3-on-2 or 3-on-1. Against a Diablo doesn't really work until Diablo builds his stacks, and it's way too early in the game for him to have had more than probably 15 stacks max. And as a strong Diablo player, I can tell you that you're not surviving that encounter. So ETC is still facing Zarya Oriel on his own with occasional globes from Azmodan, and it looks like we're going to get top and bottom nukes. I do expect TNG to grab the bottom nuke pretty easily. Top lane is looking like it might go the way of LatinPower here. Artanis may be able to interrupt that, and he does. ETC coming up to help, and it looks like they're just going to delay it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, TNG did pick up that Warhead. Ooh, this could be a dead Zarya.
This is actually a very advantageous situation for TNG because they're not soaking in the middle lane, but neither is LatinPower. However, they do have the Asmo, so they can put down the Demon General there to soak that EXP.
Right. And then ETC was able to secure that top nuke with the help of Artanis, so they got both nukes that were up. They've already taken out most of the bottom support structures. They did pick off that Diablo again. Diablo, bro, you just need to get some souls before you run in like that, man. And they do have a pretty healthy 1.5 level lead right now. About to take out this bottom fort. So their TNG is continuing its early game dominance right now against LatinPower. And it looks like we did get a comment in Twitch chat. You get 1 name change for free. Now, I'm pretty sure Asusaki used that free name change, so I got to imagine he paid for it. Also, top lane, Artanis was looking to swap Zarya into a really, really bad position, but she was able to avoid that swap, so we'll leave them there.
The name of that, the name of that person who commented, the Nexus Trolls. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before.
Might that be the podcast that you and I do weekly?
Ah, yes, that was it.
Oh, man, I was down here watching the middle, and in the meantime, Artanis should just end up killing Zarya, which I kind of wish I'd seen, because that doesn't normally happen. Doing a little swap now, KT is soaking that top lane. Artanis is coming back down possibly mid lane, and we'll see a 2 or 3 man in the middle. Depending on how they... Nope, it looks like they might be moving on this Gul'dan. Yes, they are indeed going to kill Gul'dan top lane. That's going to be a dead Gul'dan, and they're about 2 full levels ahead at this point. TNG, that is. Really, really controlling the map. Top wall's down, bottom wall and bottom fort are down. And they are looking to get their level 10s first. Looking at the talents real quick, nothing too out of the ordinary. It does look like Asmodan's most of the way done with his Sieging Wrath quest. So he's going to get that done. And, oh, KT's almost done with Convection, too. So both of those, when they hit, could drastically change the speed of
Yeah, the
which this
power
game is going.
spike that's going to come out when those quests complete is pretty big.
Yeah, if you're LatinPower, you really got to look to be getting a kill on either Asmodan or KT at this point. Because if you don't, when they finish those quests, it's going to hurt. We do have 4 warheads spawning. I looked for the battle to be around the top one. It looks like Artanis is probably going to sneak down there and grab the bottom one. ETC will hold off Diablo in the middle. And it looks like top we might just let each team grab their own, possibly. KT's just... Nope. Asmodan with that long-range orb is going to go ahead and interrupt that. And they do get their first one. And Artanis picked off the second one. They are... TNG is forcing everybody on LatinPower back. And they're looking to get a kill on that Raynor. Not quite going to get it.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, they do. Get the kill on Raynor, pick up both top nukes, and fighting over the last nuke in mid. And ETC with his stage dive almost immediately looking to pick up that Gul'dan, and he does with the help of Artanis. And they're looking to pick up Diablo here too. That's a 2-man wipe right after getting their heroic abilities, and they are going hard. Coming right in middle. 4 nukes, dropping 1 on the wall, and the fort, and looking to just come in and take over this middle lane. Alright, that's going to be mid lane there. And are they going to keep pushing, or you think they're going to back out here? Because with a 3-level lead, I'd be pushing.
Yeah, if I know this team and the people that are on, I think they're gonna keep going. Look at all those nukes. They're raining destruction down here on that fort. Keep.
Wall down, looking at the keep. All 5 members of both teams are in this middle lane. But they do have 11v8, so they have their heroic abilities. They have quests done, and they are popping it. That's a dead Oriole with that.
Yeah, that was a pretty good swap there from Artanis.
That was a great swap. Plus the what's the Mouth's heroic, the silencing.
Twilight Dream.
Twilight Dream, right? So between Twilight Dream and that swap, that was the end of. Oh, that's another great
Raynor.
swap. You cannot let TNG have Artanis. You just can't do it.
Artanis actually goes down to the keep there.
ETC got a ton of value just now, though. Artanis went down, and ETC dove in and got 2 kills while Artanis died. So we're going to call that a 3-for-1, and well worth it for TNG. Now the question is, where are they going to go from here? Looks
That is
like we're
one
going
of
to get
those
some taps.
nightmare situations where you're sitting there defending your keep, and there's all these circles of death just raining down upon you.
Right, and it looks like they're going to go possibly boss. Yep, boss bottom lane. At least Mouth is. Alright, we got the rest of the team coming in. Diablo's scouting it out, so LatinPower is aware that TNG has started the boss bottom lane and coming in to contest that because they don't want to just give it away for free. But it is 5-on-4 right now. Gul'dan is still top. I'm not sure if TNG could see that at the time. Based on
LatinPower does have their heroics now, so it'll be a much more even fight.
Ooh, that Zarya just got swapped into the team, though, taking a lot of damage. Goes into Orio's heroic and dies anyway. Both, actually, all ults have, or all heroics have been used on the side of LatinPower, and the kills, they are a-coming. That's going to be a whole team wipe, and 13 versus 10. So 2 nukes are coming up, and it looks like they might just go... they're thinking about going in and taking out this keep. I'm not... If I'm Zarya, I think I'm pulling back. I don't think I want to go into that 5-on-1. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be pretty dangerous. I mean, your team's coming up pretty quick, but yeah, 1v5, I don't know if Zarya can do.
Lose the keep and walk away. I don't know if you noticed, but both Convection is complete and Sieging Wrath is complete. So they are pumping out the numbers now. It is 14 versus 10, so it does look like TNG might get their level 16s before LatinPower gets their level 13, which could be very dangerous for LatinPower. Gul'dan Not quite sure where he's going. I think he wants to... Yeah, they're going to try and take this Merc camp. What? TNG just stumbled upon them and decided, hey, let's take a fight. We're up. We're a whole tier up. Let's do this.
Asmodan. Oh, just throwing down
that
that bunch
stage
of...
dive. That was a great stage dive. Woo. 3 people died in an instant.
Slain. Hero slain.
And it looks like they're not content to stop there. They are going to try and take out the Diablo. He's going to die, and the Zarya is going to die. That's going to be 5 for nothing. And they're going to take out the top lane. Personally, I would have liked to have seen them go mid. I mean, I guess I kind of understand why. Death counters are still so low for LatinPower that they probably didn't feel they had enough time to get in and get on the core. So they are going to take out top keep, and that's going to leave LatinPower with only the bottom keep left available to them. However, they are all alive and ready to go. And other than Zarya's, I think she went... I didn't see which one she went.
Man, 22 kills to 1. I'd be shaking my boots right now if I was
sure they
LatinPower.
are, actually. So Zarya went with Graviton Surge, and that is currently down. They got the top boss pretty quick, and it looks like LatinPower is going to challenge them after this, with APOC going down, Hyperion going down, Crystal Aegis being used to save Diablo, but TNG is just kind of backing out of that. Oh! The globe! That dunk killed Raynor. And it looks like ETC is going to try and pick off Zarya here, but can't, and is instead going to take out Gul'dan with the help of a globe. Oh, and the stage dive in, not content to let them go. Are we going to see... We are going to see another team wipe plus boss coming in top lane. I think they're going to finish here. What do you think?
I mean, they can totally finish here. The death timers are kind of low, but I don't think that matters very much to TNG.
Nah, I think at this point, I think game is probably over here. Yeah, that's going to be game. So, a quick game. Well played by LatinPower. I think TNG just did TNG type things to make it harder on LatinPower. What do you think?
I think that LatinPower did all right. They just they played pretty well early on, but they just got out rotated. So they just had to fix that, and I feel like their team would have been much more solid because they just lost too many early kills, and TNG just snowballed on them.